if that makes sense. She says, so, wait a minute. Teef sold a vet so you guys can go to therapy sessions. Nice.
Hello. Yes, this is your girl, Queen of Commentary, and we are back with another video. Yes, we have another installment to the So Chanel Chronicles, as you can see. But before we get into it, you know what to do. Make sure you thumbs up this video, subscribe if you have not already, leave us a comment, cut your notifications on so you'll be notified when we drop another video. All right, so yes, you read the caption right. Teef sold the Corvette, or someone did. Okay, looks like it's some trouble in some financial paradise. Yeah, let's get into the video.
He sold a vet for so many reasons. So many. Because at the end of the day, I was threatening to not go. He had to sell the vet just to... I can't really speak to why he sold the vet. He did it for himself. But I'm pretty sure he did, so we go. Yeah.
It's just like,
and I can't even...
I ain't really thought of that. So now I'm learning how to be in the process, right? So, that being said, me and my husband decided to go to this couples counseling, this intensive couples counseling, an immersive, intensive process, right? Now, I didn't want to do it for so many reasons. I just didn't want to do it. It cost plenty.
Well, if you see those nice purses back there, it looks like she's at Saks Fifth Avenue. Why didn't she just sell some of her purses? It's so expensive. Can't be no expensive or more expensive than those purses back there. She has a very expensive appetite. But yeah, you guys gonna have to really peel your ears during this video. She is going to kind of like tell the story, and you're gonna pick up, if you're smart enough, that she is completely being Pinocchio. Her nose should be straight through my phone right now. Let's get into it.
And I kept telling myself, well, when people have the money to do this kind of thing, this is what they do. If you have a child that is an addict, you put them in the best facility if you can afford it. If you don't, you try to get them whatever rehab you can. Like, we act according to our means, right? So I was like, I'll do it, but I'm not paying for it. So my husband said, I'll pay for it. I'll finance it. It'll be on me, you know?
Well, I forgot that I'm supposed to help you guys see the pearls in the dust of life. Anyway, you're telling me that a man who has no job, no savings, and nothing in his name is going to tell you that it's on him and he's going to pay for it? Does she think that we are kind of like dumb? Like, no, Teef ain't got no job. He's just like Tommy. I'm just keeping it real. He ain't got no job. And right now they in some trouble. She can't even go to her store and work. You know, just to keep it real, y'all know those, postage prices are expensive as heck. So I get it. I get it.
Like, that's fine. Because his credit and my credit, like, our credit score is high. So it's like, he was declined for it. And it didn't make...
Wait. Did she just say that their credit score is so high it got declined? What? And you guys keep saying transparency, honey. She ain't being transparent. She is being a huge mirror of deception right now. Yes, she just said that, y'all. She said that Teef and her credit are as high as the sky, but they still got declined. See, this is the thing here, okay? She's running out of stories, y'all. And y'all can see the rest of the video later on or whatever, but she's running out of stories. Some of this does not sound right. It just doesn't sound right, okay? Now, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but can she have high credit and get declined? Oh, gosh.
Make no sense. So then I was like, that's it. I'm not doing it. He said, I'll sell my car. Mind you, I'm in a place where I don't even want to talk to him. He wasn't even at the house. He was in the Airbnb for some weeks, and I was here, but he was coming, and we was trying to navigate it.
Now, wait. Pick what you gonna struggle on. Now, she just said that that Teef was at an Airbnb. Last time I checked, Airbnbs are expensive. So he was out the house, she was there, and he came back. I guess the Airbnb funds left, y'all, because, honey, he doesn't have a job. Everything is on her. That's why she's so controlling the relationship. Remember, a person who pays for everything has the control. Okay, especially a person with her personality. Okay, she's controlling Teef. Teef wants to leave, but he can't because he cannot have a job. He can't. He just his mental states probably won't even allow him to work. But then he comes home, and then you say he sell a car. It wasn't his car in the first place. Okay, it's her car, and mind you, just a few weeks ago, she admitted that she busted the windows out of it. Okay. So it's a lot of things going on here, you know. Just if you're gonna tell the story, ma'am, tell it right or not tell it. Don't tell it at all.
Wow, and it wasn't a get out. It was a give me space, right? Because the environment had become toxic for both of us, and not in a toxic, mean fighting kind of way. In a toxic, we needed to be still, and we needed to be alone, right? So we had to be alone, and it involved us having to spend some time in some separate places, which was grueling. So he said, I'll sell my car. So then I talked to the couple that runs the situation, and I was like, I just think this is it. I just think that we got to do the work. We just got to pray, and we got to do the work. And they was like, okay, and that's it. But you know, I think y'all should do it. And I'm like, I'm sure y'all think we should do it because y'all the ones that's gonna get paid. So all this money is bands. So I'm like, so am I gonna let an opportunity like this hold me back because of the money? So I'm still holding on to the gift, and I'm not opening myself up to the giver. And I told myself, okay, I'm gonna pay for it. I swiped my card, and I told my husband, I said, I'm not going if you don't pay for it. He sold his car that day. He sold his vet. And I was like, and you can't do it for me. You can't be selling your car and saying she made me do this or that. You offered it. You put it on the table. You're putting things out there, and you got to be willing to sacrifice, obedience, willingness, patience, loving kindness, self-control, peacefulness, faithfulness.
Sacrifice, obedience, willingness, patience, loving kindness, self-control, peacefulness, faithfulness,
like all of these things. And he was like, I'm not even doing it for you. Because they sold it to us as it really is working on self. They were like, you can't really work on the marriage if you hadn't worked on yourself. So it really is about working on self. He sold the car. He sold the car. He had 2 cars to choose from. One of them might not have pulled the amount he needed, and one of them was going to pull what he needed and more. He sold his vet. He sold his vet. I told him, I'm not going. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Because you offered something, and if you don't do it, and the crazy thing is, when he offered it, and I paid it to lock the spot up, the crazy part is, he felt like once I paid for it, it felt like, and all of our things are ours. Like,
hours.
Like we not, you know, we recognize our, like I just always make the biggest financial decisions, so it's not a thing with, so all our shit, whatever. So I'm sweating. Great, I'm musty.
And just a sprinkle a day will keep that odor away. Why don't you stop lying today? You know, those lie sweats are serious, guys. Very, very serious. Oh, yeah, when you sitting up there lying and you scratching to survive and stuff, those arms starts to pour. Honey, this story is hotter than fish grease. I mean, sis stays away, and I think she writes like Angela Lansbury in Murder, She Wrote. And she just writes these stories, and we're just supposed to eat them up like hot cakes from McDonald's.
So,
you know?
I said, I'm tired of you promising me things and not doing it. And he got on his clothes and he went out, because when I paid the thing, he came back to the house. He let the Airbnb go, and he came back to the house, and he was like, okay, she willing to go. That must mean things are okay. And I said, that's what happens. I will agree to something, or I will give you a positive validation on something, and you will just kind of stop. You'll freeze. So I'm like, where's the Where's you sold it? I mean, have you posted it? Have you put it on the internet? What is it on the internet? He was like, well, I thought that since you had already made the payment for it, that everything was okay. And I was like, oh no, you offered up your car to the universe. You didn't even do it to me. You offered it up for what you think would work. I don't want to do it. That man went and put his clothes on and he took that car to several dealerships because he was like, I was like, I'm not even going. I'll walk away from it. I will let the money go and I will make whatever, I will repent however I have to, but I am not going to be all in and you're not going to be all in. He sold his vet and he wanted to do it without me, but he kept coming. He was like, all right, I'm going by here. All right, I'm going to the tag place. All right, I'm going to do this. And I was like, do it. If you're going to do it, don't say nothing else to me, right? So I'm on the phone with Jab, and she talking me off 15 different ledges, and each one of them on a higher story than the last. So I didn't even want to be a part of it because that car was special to him. Therefore, it was special to me. And I didn't prepare myself to have a feeling about him actually doing it. Because everything I've worked for and done for my family, I don't want them to have to give up. I would rather sacrifice than them. So I just thought to myself, okay. So then it was the car is in my business name. It is in his name and my brand name. So I still had to go and participate with it. So when we were there at the dealership selling the car, he did everything. All I had to do was come up there and with my business license and my ID and sign for it. When I got there, we had not sat that close to each other in weeks. I got there and it felt like we were laying a chapter of our life to rest. It felt so, it just felt like, it just was so, oh my God. Now, let's pause. To me, he did that for the process. He did that that was between him and God. That was something he was doing. But it was, and I would be being, if I didn't say, it did say something to me. It did say to me that something is more important than something. Whether it's the marriage or working on itself, whatever it was, it did say to me that you at least want to try. But I was in this space where ain't no such thing as trying. You either doing or you're not. You either are or you aren't, right? Something either is or it isn't. I'm learning that the trying and I'm thinking about it and the getting to it, none of that's real. Suffering or not suffering, doing or not doing, happening or not happening. This gray area is not happening or not doing. It's not these things, right? So I had to pull in so many stories and so many shares from y'all about the seasons of marriage, about the seasons of life, about the seasons of self. And I went to that doggone program, and when I tell you, that was one of the hardest experiences I've ever had.